How you doing?
Happy New Year.
Hey, Happy New Year.
Hey.
What is it? The New Year or something?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
Welcome to a fresh, new
Tasty
bowl.
of SM. I don't know.
You did it
were
wrong.
paused. What?
It's S.
Oh, M.
Soup!
It's just been so long, I already forget.
It has been long. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to SM Soup, the #1 podcast with soup in the name, but not on the brain. I'm Spencer.
I'm Shelby.
And we're here
And it's the New
to
Year.
take you on a journey in this new year.
Yep.
And try and get to the bottom
Yep.
of life's biggest question.
Yep.
Why
Waiter,
are we
how's the
here?
soup
Waiter, how is the
made?
soup made?
And why are we here?
So it is officially the new year. It is January 1st as we're recording this, and this episode comes out on January 2nd. I hope everybody had a great holiday season, celebrating whatever holidays you choose to celebrate. And if you chose not to celebrate, Merry Festivus.
Hope you got some days off.
For the rest of us. And then, if you take part in any New Year festivities, hopefully you had a safe and happy and fun New Year celebration.
Hell yeah.
We did some traveling.
Yeah.
We could talk about any of those things. And, just talk about the past 2 weeks that we had. Give or take.
Yeah.
So, but first, there's two things.
Okay.
One, we need the 7-day update. And two,
oh my God.
I'm going to go make our snack.
Oh, that's right. Shit.
All right. So you may or may not remember from last episode.
Yep.
If you didn't listen to it, Shelby dove into, both dove into, but Shelby mostly carried the team into the dark history of cereal. And it is all stemmed from us trying to figure out like how somebody first thought to put milk on it.
Which we didn't find the answer to that.
No, not really. But so we said that would water just work? Like why is it milk? So I have a little pour of water and I have our dry cereal. I didn't want to like have it sitting here while I explained and get soggy.
That's a good idea.
So we'll just dump a little bit in. But we're gonna try it and see how it tastes. I do have a spoon for us. And I think that's really it.
Yeah.
But I think kind of sets it all up. So we ready?
I'm not excited, but yeah.
All right.
Just so
So
we're clear.
first off,
so dump just a little bit in there, I guess.
Do dry.
We did have a bowl. I had a bowl of cornflakes this morning too.
Very I chewed right in. Cornflakes. They're just cornflakes, so they're regular cornflakes, not frosted flakes. They're so whatever.
Oh, you're gonna dump the water in? Oh, okay. Are we gonna eat the whole thing?
No, if we throw a little bit out, they're fucking cornflakes.
Okay.
I made a huge mess dumping them into this thing.
The kitchen's a disaster.
Like literally, probably filled two. Like poured enough to fill 2 of these.
Oh, okay. That's a lie. Give me 1 second.
Brilliant.
Dumping the water into the cornflakes. You want to just dump them both in here? Yeah. It came from our cabinet. I guess you're done.
This is just awful. Okay, so there's our cornflakes.
Cornflakes are in the bowl. Sorry. And then adding water. Ugh. Like, you're dumping out the back. I just have to imagine that, like, it started out with water. I, like, don't believe it was actually milk. And that's probably, like, I don't know why I don't believe it. But I'm just like, what? Like, literally, yeah, why milk? I'm so not excited. You took a really big spoonful. Watered cornflakes.
It's so gross. It's so gross. It's so bad. It's literally so bad. it's just the straight water right up front, like, and then it's just cornflakes.
Sorry, do you want another spoonful of that?
No, I do not.
It really it's like what I'm about to say is so dumb because that is what milk is when you put it in the cereal, but you're truly just eating wet cereal.
Yeah.
But like it's like but it's not but it tastes off. Are you eating tape?
He's eating tape.
Don't eat tape.
Great. Yeah, it's just wrong.
Yeah, there's nothing. I guess because like, well, milk has like added sugars and whatnot. Like it
Sure.
makes it sweet, even though cornflakes like really don't have much of a flavor in themselves.
Yeah.
I guess it's that. I guess it's the added sweetness. But like, I just don't believe that someone really was like, okay, to start off, we're gonna use milk. Like, I don't believe that.
So we had a friend in college who said that like, if you didn't have any milk and you poured yourself a bowl of cereal,
Yeah.
and it's impossible to pour it back into the bag, I guess. You could substitute anything in the fridge, basically.
Yeah.
And I would agree with anything like dairy based. Like if we only had half and half, like, yeah, all right, that's a really fatty bowl of cereal, but like that would pass.
And you'd probably get over it in a few spoons.
It wouldn't be bad.
No.
And I mean, like, I get it, I guess, but like putting orange juice on your cereal seems really foul to me. But there's at least flavor with that.
Yes, I think that's the issue.
This is not like this. You absolutely cannot do.
No.
This you can absolutely, like, if you are out of milk, you can't just. I refuse to believe somebody's just like, yeah, so I just put some water on it.
I would literally rather just eat them dry.
Right. That was foul.
That was really disgusting.
That was disgusting.
And I hated it because you took such a confident big spoon and I was like, well, I have to now. Right. And you like weren't reacting, which I know you weren't, so that I wouldn't react. And as soon as it touched my mouth, I wanted to die. It was really gross.
It was so bad. It was just everything about it felt unnatural.
It almost felt just like wet cardboard sitting in my mouth. But again, how's that really different from milk? It's just that there was no like sugar or anything there. Like make it better.
Yeah. I don't know.
Gross. Don't put water in your cereal.
You heard it here first, folks. All right, so we made good on that.
We did the thing. We started off the new year strong.
Delicious. What's gonna be our next hairbrain?
I have no idea
To try.
I don't know.
But what about like Nutella and banana on a two pieces of bread?
So revolutionary.
All right, 7 days update.
7 days.
We, as you all know, Shelby and I play 7 Days to Die on console, and it is not updated to the PC version, so it's very jank.
Zombie survival apocalypse game.
And we did just survive another day 7 horde.
We're up to day like 43.
Yeah, so day 42 was the horde.
Yeah.
We're on like day 44, I think.
Yeah.
Because we went and did our town.
Yeah.
And we're still going strong.
We are.
We're still going strong. We're doing good. That's really it.
We
built. I don't know if we talked about it, but we built like a specific like little hut that we go into on each day 7 that allows us to like shoot through it.
Yeah.
And so that's what we do. So
we basically have a 360 access to shoot whatever comes towards us.
Right. Oh, and we experienced a new zombie, which we call them Attack on Titan zombies because they run at you and are horrifying.
And they're huge.
And
they look like if you were in real life, it would be like 9 feet tall. Like that's what it feels like as it's coming running at you. And it's it's like ripped, like it's visibly ripped, like it's a very muscular zombie, and it's just like arms flailing, like literally. Oh, and when it runs, it like very determinedly, like arms are pumping, like it's terrifying. Like everything about it is absolutely terrifying.
Yeah.
The first time we saw one, it was like in front of our house, and it came at me, and I literally just started screaming.
Yeah. And we just had one where we go to this town after each day 7, and we like raid it.
Yeah. And
we were leaving, and as I was like leaving, there was one running at me, and I just was yelling at Shelby like, "Get on your bike! Get on your bike! Get on your bike!"
And of course, I'm getting stuck on like a rock,
and she's like driving into cinder blocks.
Yeah, I'm panicking.
Because I'm not putting into words that there's an Attack on Titan zombie, and then she passes it, and she's just like, I didn't like that.
No.
But yeah, so that's still fun. Probably gonna play some more later today.
Yeah.
Other than that, I guess. I mean, I was gonna say what have you been up to, but that's basically what we're gonna be talking about.
Yeah.
So, we both went. We went home back to our parents.
Yes.
Which involved us driving to Delaware and then me driving to Pennsylvania.
Yep.
And
Grogu came with us.
We bring Grogu with us, and on the car ride down, so he gets sick often.
Well, he gets spitty.
I'd say he throws up.
But it's definitely
9 out of 10 times.
It's like an anxious throw
Yeah.
up. It's not like, because like my family, like our one dog, like literally put her in a car and she'd get sick in like seconds.
Yeah.
Like it was just like she couldn't handle it.
So
Grogu will chill, but then get randomly like worked up that he's in a car, like very randomly. Like we could be halfway through the ride and now all of a sudden he's like yelling and we're like, what the hell? And he just gets himself so worked up that he basically just like starts like salivating a lot, and then eventually we'll probably like spit up a little bit. But yeah, sorry.
No, so we have like a whole like thing for like making sure he doesn't have a lot of food in him and everything, and like that way if he does like get like that, like it's just mostly like liquid, and then like we, as soon as we get to wherever we're going, we give him like all the food and everything like that. But this time we didn't like go as hard with it because we were kind of just like, we can probably just let him kind of have his normal because he grazes and it's like not so bad.
We made a mistake.
And so apparently he ate after the last time he went to the bathroom.
Oh yeah.
Our little stinky boy took a big old stinky turd,
big old shit
in the car. Carrier. And it was really funny because,
which is not something he's done. He's never not gone to the bathroom in his litter box.
So you know it was bad.
Yeah.
So he probably like an hour and a half in, he threw up.
Yeah.
And then I was like letting him he got out. And so I let him on my lap for a little bit, and that he seemed to be pretty calm with that.
Yeah.
And then like I eventually got him back in, and within 30 minutes of him being back in his carrier, I think is when he shit.
Yeah.
And he's like making his like awful like guttural really cat noise. And I'm like turning around and I'm like, oh yeah, like he seems like really unhappy. And then I'm looking and I'm like, he's kind of like getting like really hunched. And I just go, I think he's about to shit. And then I just see it and I'm like, he's pooping.
And we both start yelling.
And Shelby's like, ah. And then we just tried to pull over and you got out and quickly
wiped up what I could.
It smelled so fucking bad.
It did not smell great. Thankfully he always chooses the same corner to get sick in, so we also chose the same corner to poop in.
I mean, I felt so bad for him.
I did too, but thankfully we got him a massive carrier. Like it fills a seat and a half. Because he just like loves to lounge, so we're obviously trying to make. And
he's starting to get kind of like big.
So we're trying to make him as comfortable as possible, obviously. And so thankfully, like he could still lay and not be
near it, really
touching it. Yeah.
And so and then he passed out the rest of the way.
Yeah,
so
and then he was literally tired.
And
but then we had other rides that he was totally. It was just that one. Like it was just so poorly timed on our part. And yeah, it was so we felt so bad. I felt so bad for him.
Yeah.
He had such a rough day.
But he got to be around like more animals, which was good.
Yeah.
Your parents' dogs, and that was going well. Honestly, like with my parents' cats, it didn't go terribly.
Yeah,
no blood this time.
Grogu, we're coming to find, really loves especially cats. I think if he was introduced to any cat, he'd be like excited.
Yeah.
So 2023 introduced Grogu to more cats. Not that we plan on getting another cat, but
yeah.
He clearly likes to meet other. He gets like he actually, I think, gets so much enjoyment out of like checking out new spaces that not necessarily he loves traveling, but he like loves going somewhere new. Like he gets so excited to like sniff everything, and like especially if there's an animal, he wants to sniff all their stuff. Like he gets so into it. He's always relatively well behaved. He's never like stressed out about it. Like he thoroughly enjoys it, that like when we get back home, I always fear like he's bored because like he's just back in his normal environment, and it's almost like, what is there for me to do?
Oh no, I don't think he's.
I think he goes through a little bit of a transition.
I think. I don't know. He like slept all day yesterday.
He did.
So I don't know. But yeah, I mean, sometimes when you like don't come back here to like work on stuff, you can tell he's getting antsy because he just wants to be back here.
Yeah.
Fucks him with stuff.
I know.
As I watch him lay amongst your branches that you have.
But yeah, he did great. Honestly, couldn't have asked for much more from him.
Yeah.
So he's a trooper.
So we went home.
Yes.
You were in Delaware.
Yes.
How was Delaware?
It was great. Weather was beautiful the whole time, which is nice.
You went and saw a movie.
I did.
What did you go see?
I went to see the second Avatar movie.
Oh, Avatar
What's it
2.
called? Way of
Way
the
of
Water.
Water. Do you know the third Avatar is going to deal with a fire
Does it
Na'vi
really?
tribe, and they're going to be like ash people.
Really?
And Avatar 5 apparently is going to take place on Earth.
You mean Avatar 4?
Nope.
Oh.
I know what I said.
Are you actually for real about the third one?
I am for real about the third one, and I'm for real about the fifth one. There's probably something about the fourth one, and I just haven't seen it.
Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. I still vividly remember going to see the first Avatar back in, when the fuck was that?
2009, I want to say.
Yeah. I went to see it in theaters, and I was genuinely like, this is one of the greatest things I've ever seen. Not to say it's one of the best of all time movies I've ever seen, but it was like an incredible experience to go see it, especially in theaters.
100%.
And my family was like sold. Like, we were like, this is the best. This is so good. Of course, immediately they were like, we're probably going to do another one. And then like everyone just forgot because it had been fucking years by that point. And so finally, when this one came out, my dad and sister were like, we should really go see it. We should really go see it. And I was like, yeah, I'm down. But I really was like reserved. I wanted to see it, obviously. Like, I can't say I didn't. But I was just like, what are we getting ourselves into?
Shelby started to doubt because of me.
Well, yeah, okay. So one, there's obviously a good bit of internet controversy around it. A lot of strong opinions on all sides. And I would say a lot of them are more than valid. I think you either like a movie or don't like a movie at the end of the day. I don't really care what other people think. I thoroughly enjoyed the second one. The way I say it is like, honestly, I think he needs to get into like visual effects for like immersive experiences. Like, I feel like almost that's what he needs. Is that stupid? Like, I feel like that's what he needs to do.
Yeah, that's stupid.
These movies, like, that's what it felt like. Like, sitting there, it felt like
he should build a theme park.
Yeah, honestly.
Grogu.
What's he doing? Oh, there's not a branch near him.
There are branches near him.
He's like on the blanket.
Don't gaslight me.
I'm not.
2023, year of gaslighting.
Bring it on. That's what it felt like. Like, the way I describe it, I'm like, I really enjoyed sitting there and like visually taking it in. But I can also sit there.
So douchey.
I can sit there and be like, wow, that was like a very okay story. Like, I have watched movies that have impressed me way more story-wise, but like I just liked it. I liked watching it. I will say, has been argued time and time again by people of color, indigenous people, any other non-white people, that it's literally a movie about colonization, obviously told through like a white savior lens. So that is, and like he did very little to try and like not have it be through a white savior lens. The telling of the story. He did actually like nothing to try and like bring in like not the most just like frustrating way of like telling a story about colonization, right?
Right.
So like I 1000% hear that and agree with that, and I know that's why a lot of people are not going to see it, and I think that is a 1000% incredibly valid reason to not go see it. Like, yeah. I totally get that.
It currently is sitting at a 7.9 on IMDb, a 77% on Rotten Tomatoes, and a 67% on Metacritic, and has grossed 1.378 billion.
Yeah.
In the box office. It's just, I don't know. It just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah.
I just don't get it. I don't get how, in today's cultural slang.
Mm-hmm.
A 75% would be considered mid, I feel like.
Yeah.
And
how was it breaking records in the box office?
Right.
Yeah. And being welcome to make like 100 more of them.
Like it literally is just the like it's just the cultural impact of like saying you went and saw it.
Yes.
It's like why you and I watch Star Wars stuff.
I mean, yeah, it's
'Cause,
so
like we feel like we're supposed to.
and so you like know what's going on a little bit.
And because the fanfare around Avatar, which was fair again at the time, but you can look back at it and literally like the biggest gripe for me is like you don't know anybody's name. The fucking like mineral or whatever that they're mining is called unobtainium, which is objectively the dumbest name you could possibly like. That's so fucking lazy. Unobtainium. Whoa.
Yeah.
Is it because it's unobtainable?
What?
Like, good job, James.
That's what I meant.
Good job, Jimmy. Way to really think outside of the box.
Yeah, I don't think anything is like revolutionary.
And like, I don't think like necessarily like the whole like name thing is like that important. But like, I can like look at most movies and like, I don't know. I feel like you can like pick out people's names and stuff, especially if it's supposed to be this like.
I can't, but yes,
phenomenal
I hear you. No, I agree with I agree with the sentiment of what you're saying. I don't know. I just I saw an argument by someone saying like visually stunning movie. Can't argue. But they go, the whole movie's B-roll though. And it is. That's what I'm saying. It's all literally it should be like some kind of immersive experience. It shouldn't be I honestly don't think it should be a movie. Like I think he's really good at visually building a world, maybe not story building a world, but like visually building a world. And like that should like it's like when you go to like Disney and the ride is like we're gonna sit here and just like watch a bunch of stuff float in front of us. That's what honestly I think that's what it should be doing. Is just like look at this absolutely beautiful world I've built and let's just stare at it. Like if anything, like that's what I got from it, which like so in the sense of a movie, that's not very good. Yeah, because literally that person's right. They were like every shot that like they went to, there was a 90-second like establishing wide shot for everything. Like it wasn't like he was like it's a movie of B-roll because like it literally takes so much to like finally have something happen.
Sounds great.
It
sounds like it should be the most like you know what I mean. Like it sounds like it should be the biggest box office hit ever.
I know.
It just blows my mind.
Yeah.
So anyway, you saw Avatar.
I saw it. I had a good time. We also went on like the Tuesday discount day, so we saw it for hella cheap.
Nice. Take that, James Cameron.
Take that. I know. I was like, hey guys, this is breaking box office records, and we just contributed a whole $21 to it.
Nice. That's good. Did you do anything else fun? Well.
Mostly just ate a lot of food. I went to like a Christmas village thing, which was cute. It was very funny going to living in the Northeast. I know we didn't even have snow in much of December, but like there's just like a different vibe because in Delaware, which does get snow, it's about central locally located on the East Coast, but like they don't get snow like obviously north of them. Does. And so the way they tried to like really fake a vibey Christmas market was really funny. Like they had fake snow pumping and like,
oh really?
A little bit, yeah. And they tried to create an imitation like tube slide thing. Like they tried to like make it feel like you're on snow, but it was just like a white painted plastic. Like it was just like silly things like that. And they had an ice skating rink, but it was a white coated roller skating rink. Like it was just like really silly things. And like they tried to build like fires everywhere, which it was chilly. Don't get me wrong. Like Delaware gets cold, but like they really, really, really tried to be like, it's snow.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
It was cute though. I mean, I'm down for stuff like that, but it was funny coming from Massachusetts where like we don't really have to fake it. Normally it just like
it'll happen.
It feels like cold and winter and everything. But yeah, otherwise just ate so much food, which was the best. And we like went out to eat, which is exciting because you and I like just don't go out to eat very often. So we were like, oh, let's just do it. Let's just go out to eat. And I was like, this is the best week ever.
Love it.
What about you?
I got to see my brother.
Yeah.
I got to hang out with him for a couple of days and his wife. and I got to hang out with one of our best friends from high school, which was great.
Yep.
For a couple of days. So that was mostly my whole thing. Kind of got to chill with some people.
Hell yeah.
And then we did Christmas. Which the way we do it is like Christmas Eve is normally done with my family because they've always done it on Christmas Eve, and then this year was the first time I went.
Yep.
And did Christmas with your family.
Yep.
On Christmas Day. It was a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun.
And we got some cool stuff.
We did. I can't remember any of it.
What's
I know you're gonna ask.
You're most excited for that we got?
I literally can't remember anything.
There's two answers.
Oh. Well, what I was gonna say is our Amtrak gift card.
We did get an Amtrak
gift card. We can Amtrak it up this year in 2023, but I
get
know
it.
what you're going for.
Amtrak gift card is like enough for one trip.
Yeah, that's good.
That's not Amtrakking it up.
But we're gonna Amtrak it up.
We got a lifetime pass for the year of Amtrak. We're gonna Amtrak it up.
We're only gonna Amtrak like once or twice this year.
How's that Amtrakking it up?
Because we started Amtrakking last year, and I'm just excited to keep it going. 2022 was our first time using Amtrak.
The thing that I'm most excited for that we've already used 3 times
is
we got an electric kettle.
Yep.
And let me tell you,
life-changing.
Get one.
Yeah, we started our day off strong making some French press coffee.
French press coffee that got pretty good.
Yeah.
We're
working on it.
We need to have a little more coffee next time.
Yeah.
But man, this kettle is so nice.
We used it on hot chocolate bombs last night.
We did it on hot chocolate bombs last night, which got good. We did it on hot chocolate the other night, which was alright. Because I'm a milk in my hot chocolate kind of guy.
Yeah.
Technically, it's better.
I am normally too.
But water is fine, and like
we're just reconfiguring.
We gotta figure out like how much, because I think you gotta put a little more chocolate so it doesn't get so watered down. Whereas with the milk, it gets like creamy and stuff. Yeah. Whatever. But yeah, electric kettle, I'm loving it.
It has been great, and I'm very excited about it. Long term.
We also got a rice cooker, which I'm very excited for.
Yeah, I forgot.
But the thing that I am like, I don't know, best is necessarily the thing, but like, I'll say it's like the unsung hero of the gifts that I got. Was the inside vinyl.
Oh yeah.
Very happy and excited about that.
Yeah, we haven't listened to it yet.
No, we have not.
I know we I always like to throw a vinyl in or two because we have family members that ask like, what do you want for Christmas? Like we literally still give them a list. Just to like, that's the way they like to do it. And I always like to try and throw a vinyl on there or two. One, because if like, everyone's different. Some people like to give a couple a joint gift. Some people want to give each of us a gift. Like people are just particular. So I always throw in a vinyl because I go, it can be for both of us. It can be for one of us. Like it can be for literally whatever you want. And we don't buy vinyl very often. But we like to listen to them. So it's like the perfect combination to like splurge a little bit on like, and arguably like not necessary whatsoever item. But something a little extra nice that we'll enjoy using.
The other thing that I was talking to Mike about this, that like I've gotten really good about with Christmas and like having to like make a list is like trying to like really focus on things that like I'm not gonna buy it myself.
Correct.
So like I'll just ask for this.
Correct.
And so now on a yearly basis I ask for a new controller basically.
Yeah.
And like I'm just gonna have that be like I'm just gonna ask for the colorway that I don't have,
right? Because
I want to make a controller wall in the end anyway,
right?
So like I'll get use out of it too. Like there's no big deal. I told him like, I got like the new teal controller.
Yeah,
and he was like, "That's a really good idea."
It is.
Because like I've stopped asking for video games,
right?
Because I'll buy video games. I'll see when they're on sale. I'll buy them myself. Plus I get them all digital now anyway on PS5. So it's just like, I'll just do that.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll potentially branch out and ask for like a retro game or something. But like, other than
but even sometimes that, like when you just know it, you just know it better. Yeah.
And I like the hunt of it. So.
Exactly. Yeah, I was very excited. I and when I struggled this year to like come up with stuff. Like
Oh, I know.
I've like had very little this year. And I more like as years go on, I try to stress that like I don't
Like, if
need
you give me everything that I give you on my list this year,
yeah.
I'm not gonna have anything to ask for next year.
No, but like I just like don't need things. Like I like literally try to stress that so much because we do both have families, or especially mine, just like really, really, really gets into it. Like they really get into Christmas, they really get into gifting, which is great and like very kind. And I know I have gotten basically everything I've ever wanted, and like I can't complain in any capacity. But sometimes they are also the people who are like, you need to ask for more. And I'm like, no, but I don't want any more. Like, I don't just want stuff to want
And what
stuff.
a hard life
It's
Shelby
not
lives.
hard. It's
Oh
not
my
hard.
gosh. Well, I hope you and your poor family had shit for Christmas this
It's
year. I hope you didn't have anything.
not hard at all. That's not even remotely what I'm saying. But I am trying to be like, hey guys, we don't need to go crazy.
Well, yeah. Also, I would rather they like. My mom was the one who gave us the Amtrak gift card.
Yeah.
And like, I wasn't even thinking about that.
No, that's
And so it's just
brilliant.
like,
I
we gotta
know.
make sure we just start asking for that. Honestly,
I
like
know.
we're gonna ask for like 2 things next year. The 2 things that we like decide like we
Right.
kind of like want and just don't want to buy ourselves.
Right.
So like a vinyl or something, right?
Right.
And then we're just gonna say, if they say we want more, just be like, put it towards an Amtrak fund.
Honestly.
Amtrak fund.
Yeah. No, I like, yeah, I'm really trying to like iterate. Like, I don't care about the gifts. Like, I don't
Also, I
need
think
it.
some of the best stuff that I truly like, some of the best and like useful stuff that we got were things that we didn't ask for. Like we got those new backpacks
Yeah.
that like fold down.
A lot of travel related items.
Great.
Yeah.
The Amtrak gift card, like we didn't ask for that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. So it's just like, honestly, I'd rather just somebody like just figure it out. Like, 'cause if you force me to come up with stuff, I'm gonna end up getting shit that I don't really need or want all that much.
Well, I know because sometimes there have been years where
Again,
I'm
what
like,
a hard life.
I know. I'm not trying to complain to be like, oh my God, it's so hard. But there have been years where I'm like opening gifts and I'm sitting there going, where the hell is this going to go? Like, where am I going
Yeah.
to put this? One, it has to fit in our small ass car to go back with all of our other shit. And two, like, where the hell am I going to put this as soon as we get back?
Right.
And that starts to stress me out. And I know that's very silly as like a stressor, but it's like the last thing I need is stuff. Like, the last thing I need is more stuff. So, yeah. But no, Christmas was very good. I'm not complaining about anything. Yeah, it was good. I think I was also just like happy that I was like, guys, I don't need anything. And I really didn't get anything like excessive or
Yeah.
we got very useful things this year.
Yeah.
Which I'm very thrilled about. I also you can always tell which gifts I was responsible for because I refuse to use wrapping paper. So I grab every single scarf that I have every year and I bring them and I wrap stuff in them. And I would say the first few times I did it looked pretty silly and not very good, but I'd say I'm getting better at it now. And I'll like maybe use some twine to like make it look pretty, or I've snipped a branch of like a tree and like tucked it in there or something.
I was joking. You actually
Mhm.
brought a tree into the house.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
But yeah, so everyone can always that's the next thing I really want to try and encourage.
Oh my God.
That gives me
fucking
anxiety.
Christ.
Cause you're literally wrapping it to rip it off and throw it away, and it's stupid.
It just doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make
I just
any
don't get it.
sense. More often than not, you're not even like actually hiding like the box. More often than not, the box doesn't give it away. Or, you know, they make these things called bags that can be used multiple times. Like, I'm just like, wrapping paper makes me so angry at this point. And like, we don't even do like, oh, well, at least it's like brown craft paper. No, there was glitter on shit. I was very annoyed. I have to try and not be like the Grinch who's just like annoyed with things, but I'm just like, this is all useless. And I just get a little frustrated. But yeah, so that's my next thing to try and impress upon others.
Yeah.
Yeah. I get I guess passionately frustrated around the holidays around for things like that. Cuz apparently in the US, Like we already make trash like a bunch of crazy people, and it increases by at least 25% around the holiday season.
Good going, everybody. Keep it up.
All so we can
Next year,
spread
let's go for
holiday
50%.
cheer. Holiday cheer.
Ridiculous. It's the new year.
It is the new year. Wait, I have one comment about gifts.
Okay.
It's not a TikTok thing. It blew up on TikTok, but it's been a thing before that. Have you ever heard of the shoe theory? No? So, I heard about this months ago, and then it came up again because of the holidays. And there is a theory. I've seen this like at a bunch of different places, but the theory is if you gift someone in your life a pair of shoes, you're essentially saying one day they'll walk out on you. Like you're giving them the pass to walk away from you. So there was like a whole bunch of story. People basically like I don't even know like who knows where it actually started.
And TikTokers picked this up and started doing an analysis on it.
Well, the thing is, the idea does come from somewhere, and it's because it's rooted in the whole idea comes from the Chinese word for shoe sounds very similar to evil apparently, so it's like bad luck to gift shoes, but possibly that could all be so incorrect, but that's where I heard the root came from, was that it's bad luck to gift someone shoes.
What if that person asks for shoes?
I don't know. So that's dumb. Like that's the believed origin of like the thought. And then of course TikTok like took it and was like, oh my God, I gave my boyfriend shoes and then 2 weeks later he left me. Or, oh my God, I've given like, it was stuff like that. Right. And of course a lot of people were like, this is dumb. Like I'm not.
Your boyfriend left you because your relationship sucked or he sucked or you sucked. That's it. Like, it's not because you gave him fucking shoes and then he put on his shoes one day and was just like, you know what? I now have the power that I didn't have because I didn't have shoes before. No, he fucking had shoes before. He could have walked down on you at any moment. That is so dumb. Oh my God. I hate how we like armchair, like big brain trying to like think about how like there's deeper meaning to things. And sometimes it just truly is
a pair of shoes. Yeah, but so some people were like, oh no, I got my fiance shoes this year. Should I return them? Like people were like, I'm sure a ton of it was satirical, but I also know a lot of it was not. Like some people were definitely like, no, it's a thing.
I just feel like it's like you can draw similarities to anything. You can make anything a conspiracy theory.
I know.
That's wild.
I just had to share that with you. Will's talking about holidays.
Hilarious.
You got me a pair of shoes like our first Christmas.
Because you asked for them.
I did. All right, well, I'm going to leave.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, okay. I doubt it, but press X to doubt.
Sorry, that was it.
It's the new year. I was just trying to wrap up.
Yeah.
I figured like we've been going and just talking about how unfortunate our Christmases are because we get everything asked for.
I know.
I saw that funny tweet where it's just like when you get everything that's on your Christmas list.
What do we grind for?
What's there to grind for?
Yeah.
Okay, but what's there to grind for? It's the new year. Let's hear some personal like goals that you have, or maybe just like for this podcast. Like what do you like? We have a whole year ahead of us. Let's just focus on the podcast.
Oh my God.
We have a whole year ahead of us for this podcast.
Yeah.
What's something that you want to do?
I don't know because so we talk about like whatever, right? Like we're like, oh, we'll just like we talk about anything. If there's something that interests us, we'll talk about it. But it's also just like what we're up to. And 2023 is going to be busy as shit.
Mm-hmm.
And it's stressing me out already. So it's literally just going to be us being like, so we did this, then we did that, then we did this. I would like to do more things like the history of cereal, but I don't have anything currently that like I'm like, that's what I want to talk about.
Well,
so I don't know. I really want to do that.
Let us know.
But if we want to go on a personal level, the only thing I know I want to do is I want to go hiking more this year.
Right.
I want to go outside more. I feel like I didn't go outside a lot last year.
Yeah.
I need to stop cooping myself up in this literal room we're filming in. But yeah, what about you? Podcast, and if you want to, a personal, but you don't have to.
Definitely pick back up doing the, did Tom Cruise die and just like random ass
those are fun.
dives into like little games like those.
Yeah.
definitely more tier makers. Those are fun.
Yeah.
And I've been having fun with those. But sky's the limit.
I
You
know.
know?
I think we'll just have a lot of weird stories and shit happen this year.
It would be cool if we kind of got into like somewhat of a rhythm where it was just
Yeah.
like the first week of each month is definitely going to be like one of like the deep dive things. So it's like
Yeah.
we're talking about the history of cereal. We're talking
Yeah.
about I want to do
We
something
did
about.
want to do colds and how we'd make our own cold. We kind of broke into that with cereal.
Oh yeah, Colts.
Yeah.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Just like what makes
The
a cold.
Indianapolis.
Just like what? Yeah, we're gonna talk about the history
Colts?
of the Indianapolis Colts. We did want to talk about that, like what makes it a cult versus what doesn't, and
Yeah.
what we would make our cult be.
Yep.
We
I
were
want
gonna
to talk
do
about
that.
like the Seven Wonders.
Oh yeah.
Like that. So anyway,
We need to make a list.
yeah, we do. But yeah, my personal goal every year is to maintain.
Mm-hmm.
I did throw out that I do want to try and do the Ring Fit Adventure. So kind of in the similar vein of like you get out more. Mine's just to like try and move a little bit more at
Yeah.
least. I don't know. I feel like I don't move enough, but
Yeah.
then also I don't know. I like look at myself and I'm like, oh, clearly I move enough. So I don't know.
Or you're still just lucky and riding the
No,
metabolism
'cause
wave.
I definitely have like metabolism has definitely slowed.
Yeah, it hasn't died though.
No, your metabolism never dies unless you have like a thyroid condition.
It's true. I think both of us could use a little more activity in our lives.
I know a way
We're
for
not-
us to have a little more activity.
We're not the most active. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Take Grogu for walks.
Take Grogu for walks.
Take Grogu for walks.
Gets us a little outside. Gets us
Does.
a little moving.
Does.
Gets us a little time with our sweet little baby boy. But yeah, my goal is every year is just to maintain, and I've done fairly well at that.
I'd say so. How many platinums did you get in 2022?
I think I ended with 20 because I got one late last night.
Yeah.
And I got 3 late in the year.
Oh my god.
So,
Wild.
I basically would have had 17. But
Yeah.
I think I got to 20, which is tied for my second most.
Damn. Crazy.
My most is 34. I don't know if I'm ever gonna.
That was a lot.
That was a lot. I just don't know if I'm gonna be able to do that again. We'll see.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Who knows,
With
indeed.
the new PlayStation Plus catalog and like games leaving, that's the reason I got 3 at the end of the year. So
Right.
we'll see. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna make any. My gaming goal is to actually try and like start playing some of these like retro games that we have.
Yeah.
So we had started playing Super Mario RPG, and so I want to keep like playing through that and like go through like the generations together because it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I don't really have a gaming goal because it's difficult.
Yeah.
I gave myself the gaming goal last year of like try and play like new games, like games that come out in like the current year, and I think I played 5 this year, which is good. I mean, I don't know, like if they're all $60 games, it's $300,
Right.
like spent on games, which is I personally that's a lot of money.
Yeah.
Like, to just like spend.
Yeah.
Granted, Stray was free. But yeah, the others I think were full price. Saints Row, MLB, Horizon, and there's something else in there. Regardless, I didn't do a very good job though, because like my hope was that like we get around to award season, and I'm like, I've
know
played
all
like
these
all
games.
of these.
Yeah.
Oh, both the Pokemon games.
Yeah.
Those came out both last year. Just crazy.
You know.
But stuff. So I didn't want to give myself too lofty of a goal. So try and just play through some of these old games. And we'll see how many we get through.
Yeah. Oh boy, there's a lot to get there.
Yeah, we still got something to collect too. So
Gotta collect them all.
All right, the sun is getting perfectly in my eyes.
Yep. That time of day.
Thank you all so much for listening. As always, rate, review.
Yeah, we should be available on all streaming platforms.
You can find us at our social
Yes.
down below. If you watch us on YouTube, leave a like on the video.
Yep.
Subscribe to the channel in case we decide to put up us eating wet cornflakes or something.
Ugh.
Maybe try and do like smaller clips to make some of the segments of the podcast a little more digestible.
Maybe. We don't really do segments on here though.
Oh,
It would probably just be
clips.
weird clips. But yeah, that's the hope for add it to the list of to-dos.
As to list of to-dos. Have a great start to your new year.
Yes.
Let us know if you have any fun goals. Your goal is to like go to the gym. We don't care. But let us know if you have anything fun, like something unique. Maybe we'll talk about it in the coming week.
That'd be fun.
And see you next week.
See you next week.